Hello, football fans. Well, week 10 came and went. Now week 11 is literally hours away. But it was a very interesting week. Very interesting week. The Sunday action ended with Dallas in Philly beating the champs. So so who knows? Is Dallas still alive? Is Philadelphia in trouble? We know one thing. I think this win pretty much keeps Garrett with the team at least for another few weeks. And all in all, it was part of a long list of things that resulted in a very cluttered NFC race. Before Dallas beat Philly, the Packers won. So so now we have so now we've moved up a few steps. Seattle lost because Russell Wilson's an incompetent boob, and we face that incompetent boob tonight. So smooth sailing for us. Um, and of course the Steelers. The Steelers won big, and now they're on a big now on a hot streak. They're currently second in the AFC, right behind, well, not right behind, but they're behind Kansas City. And speaking of Steelers, it is official: Le'Veon Bell will not be back this for the rest of this season. His deadline passed, so he's done. All that time sitting out, all that time sitting out, hoping for more money. Instead, he gets nothing, and he won't even take the field the whole year. And it was crazy having to see um, Bernie Mac, Mike Tomlin up there. It's ironic. It's fitting that I'm mentioning this because as I'm recording this, Soul Man is on TV right now. But but yeah, Mike Tomlin up there that press conference. America, Le'Veon Bell isn't coming back. As far as I'm concerned, he can stay wherever he is. We don't need that son of a bitch. We've won 5 games in a row. We're ahead of those Patriots in the AFC race. We'll be just fine. But uh, but yeah, Pittsburgh is kicking ass, and they have the lowly Jaguars. They have the lowly Jaguars this Sunday. So, and these aren't the same Jaguars who went to Pittsburgh and embarrassed them twice, once including the playoffs. So who knows? It's gonna be very insane. And like I said that game. I mentioned Seattle. They lost to the Rams. Of course, the Rams will bounce back after they lost for the first time this season to the Saints. And speaking of the Saints, ooh, they beat the Stripes out of Cincinnati. And speaking of Cincinnati, Hugh Jackson, the former Cleveland coach, is part of the the Cincinnati coaching staff. Really? Are they kidding? It's like they're trying to lose. I don't know. But but yeah, so it's amazing everything that's happened. I mentioned the NFC. It is all cluttered. We still have a shot at the division, but we still have a shot at the division. Right now, we are actually one game behind Minnesota for a playoff position. We're 4-1 ahead of four teams who are 4-5, and it's going to be very interesting. Pretty much everybody's alive in the NFC except the Giants, the Niners, and Arizona. That's about it. And excuse me, and Cleveland. I mentioned Hugh Jackson got fired. Cleveland picked up their first win since firing their coach. So, with in the post Hugh Jackson era, the Browns are undefeated. The undefeated Browns again. But yeah, they beat Atlanta, who's going south, and and how about the Patriots? Ooh, the Titans. Remember the Titans, folks, because they sure beat the Patriots. But yeah, that's twice that Belichick has lost to an opposing former Patriot. Because remember, Matt Patricia beat him head to head, and now Mike Vrabel beat him head to head. Matter of fact, the Titans are kind of full of ex-Patriots because they have Mike Vrabel coaching. They have Malcolm Butler, the same Malcolm Butler who Belichick didn't put in to Super Bowl to the Super Bowl last year, and they had Dion Lewis who called the Patriots cheap. So Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? All I know is it's pretty much it was a pretty much wild and crazy week. It ended with a toilet bowl game that actually was pretty thrilling. The Giants and the Niners had a lot of drama for two teams who were not going anywhere, but the Giants ended up winning. Only their second win of the season, the first time they won since they beat Houston. And and so what's in store for this week? Like I said, it opens with the man himself. The man himself going up against Russell Wilson, and all the entire AFC East is off, along with the Browns and the Niners, if I recall. Yeah, all six of those teams are off. Pittsburgh's in Jacksonville, and the Sunday night game is Vikings Bears NFC North battle that I will definitely keep my eye on. And the Monday game is a classic, 9-1 Kansas City versus 9-1 LA. That game was supposed to be in Mexico City, but the field conditions were too terrible. So the game's taking place in LA because the Rams are going to be the designated home team had they played in Ciudad de Mexico. So no football Americano south of the border this Monday. So that's my brief, quick review of week 10. Week 10. We are almost we are almost at that pivotal month of December. We're almost at Thanksgiving, which is where the playoff talk really starts. And of course, the Thanksgiving week is next week. So, with that, I say enjoy the playoff races, and until next time.